everybody, and welcome to our third lesson on composing for film and screen. So today what we're going to do is we're going to reverse what we did last week, in that we are going to create a piece of music which will create a mood, and then once you've created a mood, we're going to find a picture to go with it. So really the opposite of creating something for a picture. However, we're going to use something, a different online application called Songmaker in Chrome Labs. So the first thing that you need to do is to follow this technique, and I've outlined it here in the lesson 3 instructions. They are quite carefully planned instructions for this, and it's just a way to create composition when you're not sure what to do. So here we go. The first step in creating our piece is to create a simple drum beat in Songmaker by carefully drawing the notes into the grid. So let's do that. I'm going to put, usually in music we do things in groups of 4, so I'm going to put a bass drum here on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on that first to the 4. I'm going to keep it really simple for now. Move myself. I think that's what we want, and then I press play to hear it. Nice and slow. I think I'm happy with that. Okay, cool. And stop. So that is my basic drum beat, and I can maybe elaborate on that later if you want to. And you can change the drum sound if you want to conga or electronic. But I'm going to keep all blocks. I'm going to keep the drums for now. You can use the space bar if you have a laptop to press play, which is quite useful. Now, this grid represents, or it's very similar to what we call MIDI in music, and I've talked about MIDI last lesson. So this is really an extension of what we've done before. I'm not sure what that does. Let's see if I can work that out another time. So I'm going to go with a string sound. I like strings. And now that I've got my first drum beat in, let's go back to my instructions, and here we go. Create chords which mostly land on the strong beats. Now, to create a chord in music, we play one, skip one, play one, skip one, play one. I'm sure you've done that on keyboard before. And I'm going to start. That'll do for now. I'm going to do it mostly on the strong beat, so mostly on the 1s and the 3s, and the 1s and the 3s of each group of 4 down here. If you look. Ooh. The other thing is that if you hold down the mouse, that will create lots of. I'll actually write it really, really quickly, but might write notes that you don't want. So let's listen to that. Press play. So I'm going to go on here. So as you can see, I'm mostly following the drum pattern here, but I can go out of that a bit. And I'm really just kind of mapping this stuff out randomly, not worrying too much about how it sounds. Now, I'm actually a composer, and I know it sounds strange to do things in this way, but sometimes it gives you results that you weren't expecting. So let's try this. Press play, and off we go. Not sure if I'm happy about that. Don't like that chord, so I'm going to change that. Okay, so stay tuned for part 2 of this video. That'll be coming up in